Hi, welcome to Real News Live. Hopefully, you guys can hear me okay and it's not too loud or too quiet. I just noticed it was way too loud. I'm sorry. Very sorry about that. I know my microphone has had some adjustments done to it lately. Hi, Billy, of course. A lot of stuff moving. Hi, Stacy, Susie, Tanya, Glenda, Michelle, Susan, Karen, Deborah, Debbie, Matt. How you guys doing tonight? Kevin, how you doing? How you doing, Kevin? I don't know where the rest of my mods are tonight, but I'm glad you guys are here. Hopefully you guys are all ready to hear about woke is a joke, because that's what it is. It is a joke now. This woke movement has not only attacked extreme leftists like Whoopi Goldberg, which should be attacked by what she did, but now it's attacking schools, military schools. It's getting to the point of ridiculousness. Virginia Military Institute will make changes in its student-run honor court to make the system fairer for cadets accused of lying, cheating, stealing, or other transgressions that can lead to expulsion. This is getting crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Joe Rogan's already said sorry. Whatever. Of course, Virginia Military Institute details reforms progress report Friday in response to state-ordered investigation into racism and sexism at the nation's oldest school or state-supported military college. Black students at the school, of course, were expelled by the honor court at a disproportionately high rate, according to the data obtained by Washington Post. For the 3 year, the academy had been fall between 2017 and spring of 2020. The black cadets make up 6% of the student body. About 43% of them were expelled for honor code violations. I'm sorry, but if you violate honor code, I don't care black, white, pink, or purple. I do not care what color you are. I do not care what race you are or what religion you are. If you violate an honor code in a military institute, you don't deserve to be there. This is where it's going too far. This woke movement is going way too far. So now, because 48 or 43% of those were expelled because of honor code violations, 12 out of every 28 students dismissed in those 3 academic years were black. 12 black students in 3 years were kicked out because of honor code violations. Even though minorities only made up about 20% of the student population in that 3 year period, if you violate honor codes, that's what happened. Honor codes, that's what happens. Come on, people. Come on. Honor doesn't have a color. Honor does not have a color. You're exactly right. The college, which receives $21.6 million in state funding between 2021 and 2020 year, reported Friday that it would keep allowing prosecutors to win cases with unanimous verdicts. The school did make over one major concern. The student jury will expand in size, and the guilty verdicts will require 9 out of 11 jurors instead of 5 out of 7 votes. It's a student jury, and the jury is actually people of their peers, so people that are in their same ethnic class and everything else. They're getting caught lying, cheating, and stealing at a higher proportion. That is not a school's fault. The school has an honor court that is actually ran by the students. Woke movement needs to stop. It needs to stop. This is getting ridiculous at this point. What more do we need to see? Now we have hundreds in Minneapolis protesting the police killing of a black man in a raid. He had a warrant. Yes, this guy's name was not on the warrant, but his apartment was. Raid on his apartment earlier this week. Amir Lockheed. And look, this is what's going on out there today. This is crazy. You see people out there, this group of people out here protesting everywhere today. Why? Because they feel like they're the ones in charge now. They're the woke movement. This is ridiculous. This is what we're seeing every day as we go out. Protests like this mean nothing if the person was involved in criminal activity, a warrant was issued for his apartment, a no-knock raid was done, and he was shot because police released footage of the video which showed Lockie was holding a gun as he twisted beneath his blanket on his sofa after being aroused by officers moments before being slain. Holding a gun. These people aren't out here complaining because this guy was an angel. They're out here complaining because a criminal got in trouble. Let's be honest. A criminal got in trouble, and they don't like it.
There's a lot of people at home today that didn't show up. There's a lot of people at home that have not showed up.
This is sad. This is sad because a criminal gets in trouble, they don't like it, so then they go out and make a point. And he was okay. 3 days after the killing, police released a video footage of the raid, which showed Locke was holding a gun as he twisted it beneath a blanket on the sofa after being aroused by officers moments, not even like that, he got fired upon. Police had said the officers were exercising a no-knock search warrant, which authorized police to enter private property without first alerting occupants and announcing their presence. The warrant was issued in a retaliation of a homicide probe led by detectives from the neighborhood of St. Paul Police Department. Locke was not named in the warrant, and Minneapolis police have acknowledged that it was unclear how or whether he was connected to the investigation, but that apartment was listed. There's body cam showing all of this. It is becoming ridiculous. And then we see this every day. These people out here protesting today, all day long. This is what we get, protest after protest. Nobody sleeps with a gun loaded in their hand unless they're doing criminal activity. There's at least 500 demonstrators out here today, and doing this is ridiculous. Yeah, we'll get to Russia in a minute and all that other stuff that's happening there, Russia and China and everything. But this is really concerning. This is the world we live in, and this is what it's coming to now. As the woke mentality takes over. The warrant was because there was a homicide investigation and included that property. The warrant was listed as a homicide probe. Even if it did not list his name, that address was on the warrant. It is just ridiculous. It is ridiculous, and it's not getting any better. Biden marks the 900,000th COVID deaths or deaths by COVID, urging Americans to get vaccinated. Still, President Joe Biden encourages all Americans to get vaccinated as he marks another tragic milestone. 900,000 people have died so far. So wait, 250, 900, 250, 900. I don't know. I'm not that good at math, but Trump was just terrorist because, we lost 250,000 people. He was a criminal because we lost 250,000 people during Trump's administration. That's what they kept saying the whole time. But since Biden's administration has started, we've lost 650,000 more people. 650,000. Almost 3 times the amount of people we lost in the first year. And that is sad. Nobody's standing up for these people because nobody wants to be pushed down or hurt. thinking they're so much better than everybody else. Thinking they're so much better than it's just sickening to me. After nearly 2 years, I know it's emotional, physical, and psychologically weighing on people. But we need a president that can do the job. We don't need to be looking across the table at empty chairs while meanwhile people are out of work. People can't afford to live in America anymore. Projected gas prices are supposed to go well above $4 a gallon. Gas prices reach record highs already in Orange and Los Angeles counties in California at $4.70 a gallon right now, beating the previous record set in 2012. Of course, there's some gas stations that are at $4.99 for regular gas, like the Chevron station in Costa Mesa. That's the most expensive gas price we've seen in Orange County yet. Just think about that. $25 for 5 gallons of fuel. How are you supposed to support or afford that? How? Asking for donations for families that aren't even U.S. citizens, that are here as refugee status, that are getting money directly from the government. They want more money because they don't have enough. Their refugee money is not enough for them. That's not real? What's not real? Sandra, what's not real? Tell me. Send me a message and link. Thank you. Check it out real quick. It's crazy. Oh yeah, I read this earlier. Uh, these people are not reality. They're paying $25 for 5 gallons of gas. That's not a question. Everything's going to go up. We're just seeing the tip of inflation. Even the Federal Reserve doesn't even know what to do. Because at this point, at raising interest rates will not stop inflation. When the true cost of goods is up, like the cost of fuel is up so high where they can't do anything for it, there's nothing we can go to next. Yeah, the 23 former lawmakers who lobbied for Chinese military intelligence linked companies. This is ridiculous. China, of course, is going to surpass us. And it's the ruling class's fault. It's nobody else's. It's ridiculous. And it's one after another. Everybody's meeting with Chinese presidents, even lawmakers that are still in office are meeting with them. Gas prices are going up, and this is just the beginning. If something happens in Ukraine, I guarantee we'll see gas prices double within weeks. Double. The world is upside down, and the world has lost its mind. Yeah. Russia has electronic warfare planes at the border already and nuclear bombers ready to go. And yes, there is reports of submarines on the east and west coast. We do not have confirmation on that. I cannot talk about that, but I've seen the reports. I've seen it all over multiple outside sources that track stuff. So once I get confirmation, I will in fact give you confirmation one way or another. Once I get confirmation of what's actually happening out there. I have some inside sources looking into it for me right now. Yes, off the coast of the U.S. There's supposed to be at least 3 on the West Coast and 1 that we know of on the East Coast, but we're going to see. Yeah. I've seen those refugee videos. People complaining because they don't have enough free stuff. Billy, that's what I'm worried about. World War III unfolding, and this shit is going to get real very quickly. Today, Germany even stepped in. Germany discussing sending troops to Lithuania. The defense minister said today. As long as they're at least 50 nautical miles out, then we can't say anything about them. Until they enter our territorial waters. We can't say anything. But when you see Germany, like Billy, we talked about this, I think, before. I think a couple of people on here have questioned it. When you see Germany start to step in, that's when you know something's moving. Because Germany was trying to hold out and not trying to step on anybody's toes, not trying to push anything, not trying to make Russia any more aggressive than they were. Germany was trying to step back, trying to keep everybody to step back. And now that Germany has decided to step in and send troops to reinforce Lithuania, at the moment we find out exactly what sense and regards we can make of this. But Russia has denied any plans involving Ukraine, but it has, of course, the tens of thousands of troops on its border, prompting America and the U.S. and NATO to boost its allies. But to see Germany step in, something's happening, and something's happening quick. Germany was not stepping in. They were holding back this whole time. They were allowing people to send certain things, and that's when they started, just allowing people to send things through their border to get to the Ukraine. But now it's going to beyond that. And from all analysis that show Russia has 70% of the military capability it needs to take over Ukraine in just ground forces alone. 70% of it, 70%. It could take over 70% of Ukraine in just the ground forces that are on the ground there now. Germany's backing NATO. As Lithuania. Yeah, people don't know. People don't know. Local news isn't saying anything. Nobody wants to increase, of course, what's actually happening or talk about the facts of the truth. We got woke mobs protesting in the street. That's more important for them to talk about than could possibly go into war. That could be very bad for us. Moscow and Beijing, its partnership has no limits now. Moscow and Beijing, or let's say Russia and China's partnership has no limits. They have built a partnership now that will stand the test of time. With the fuel deal that Russia just signed with them, China no longer has to worry about fuel. Yeah, Germany was trying to stay out of this the whole time. So seeing Germany actually step in today and saying they're going to move troops to Lithuania to defend the border is huge. It's a huge, huge deal. It's just crazy, though. It is crazy. Saturday night, usually I don't come on Saturday nights because it's slow and there's nothing really happening. Yeah, I had to put that post up earlier. I'm going to do more like that. Quick post so you guys can listen to them instead of having to read the news articles. I think it works better for that if I do little videos or podcast clips with news articles. It's just sad. Our country's in a disarray. We're too worried about the wokeness and the woke mentality to see what's actually happening. While the world is distracted, yeah, Russia and China made a fuel deal that lasts over 30 years. $117 billion fuel deal was signed. So they no longer have to worry about outside sources, either one of them, because there's also another deal being worked out right now for mining. America's so amassed with this Black History Month and everything else that's going on right now, this woke mentality, the Olympics, hating on every officer they can. Yep. That'll be crazy though, Sunday. That hasn't actually happened. They're working on making a new nuclear deal with Iran. The sanctions against Iran have been lifted, not nuclear sanctions. They're actively working on writing a new nuclear deal with Iran. But Iran's going to violate that deal after they get their money, because this is what Iran does every time. Iran comes to America and says, okay, we want to make a deal. We want to make a deal and we'll sign in everything, but it's going to cost you $26 billion. America goes, okay, well, you're going to have to agree to this, this, and this. And Iran will sign anything, literally. They will sign their name on it. And as soon as the check cashes and it clears, you guarantee that they're not going to be doing what they said they were going to be doing. And then they violate the same exact agreement time and time again, and we let it happen. At this point, we're letting it happen. Yeah, China's taken several people already, claiming they were spies. I don't know if that's going to happen anytime, Sandra, because we have a lot of people that'll be callback for military callbacks. If you're under the age of 35, you served in the military, you're no longer with the military, they have the right to call you back up to service before they even enact the draft. War looks like it's on the doorstep. If not with Russia directly, it'll be with China. They're both planning to move. Nobody knows when. They're itching at the fingertips now. Your son's Walmart told me that, and they're both in the military. Yeah, I seen the re-sign 50K. Oh boy, that's like a private contract re-sign, Patrick. That's like a private contract to re-sign up or re-enlist. Take another year, 50K. Okay. But they do military call, or they call up. They call you back into service, which they can recall you back into service as long as you're under 35 and you have no disabilities listed on record. So that's what they do first and foremost. Is they pull people back that's already been in service. If you guys want to call in, have a conversation live on there, that's fine with me. Of course, you guys know the number here is 954-418-2435. But oh, plan not to travel much if we go to war, Debbie. Plan to be secure with yourself. Russia's really not what scares me about this. It's the idea that they have now partnered with China in such an interlocking way that China will have to stand up with Russia, and Russia will have to stand with China. And when those two countries stand together, shit will hit the fan, and quickly. It's just crazy, crazy times we live in. Well, I live in South Florida, but I'll be heading to Tennessee. That's where my kids are, and that's where my cabin is. So, but of course, I'll keep you guys live and updated every day of what's happening and where it's happening at. One of the few that do have a satellite internet connection that's mobile with me, so you guys will be connected with me no matter where I'm at. I'm sorry, what's this guy's name? My name's Chris, Stacy. My name's Chris with Real News Live. I'm the host here. Crazy stuff going on. Crazy stuff every day. Thought King was on, but I don't see King on right now. Tennessee is beautiful. I have a property up in the mountains, so. Hi, Stacy. Having a dance party up in Ottawa. Oh boy, let me get that over here so you can see what's happening up there. Pat, yeah, King was live here a minute ago. He just came live for about 8 minutes, I guess. They're having a party out there tonight, that's for sure. You put money in the Easter Fund, thank you so much. We definitely appreciate it. We're trying to raise as much as possible for Easter. If you guys haven't noticed, we have an Easter Fund link out there. I'm going to cut over to this video real quick of what's going on in Canada right now, celebrating out there in Ottawa still.
Right on, brother. Right on, man.
Yes, Pat always does show, Pat King always does show his feeds. He's out there in Canada right now. All the drivers, they're standing up strong. That's Pat out there, of course. And we also got Ottawa or the convoys out there as well, live right now still. But Tennessee's absolutely gorgeous and a perfect place for year-round living. Regular news, I doubt we'll talk about Ukraine, or they'll try to keep it off of Ukraine as much as possible. It's sad. It's a sad world we're living in. If you guys haven't followed a Facebook page, please, or followed anything to do with the convoy, please go Convoy to Ottawa 2022. It's a community organization trying to get their viewers or their people up. They only got about 30,000 people following them right now. Yeah, the trucker convoy starts California to DC March 1st, and we will be covering that. She was talking about you. I always show my face. And I show feeds once in a while when I'm covering something. But really, I want to cover news. I want to cover what's actually happening in the world and the facts of the matter. Yes, there is stuff that needs to be covered by video, and you need to be able to see what's happening. Truth is, there's a lot more happening out there than most people know about. This world is a big place, and it's only getting bigger. Yeah, we will be following them as of the 1st. Of course, following through all of that, that's going to be crazy. But you guys can afford to donate, please do. The charity really needs the help. Every single penny helps and counts towards helping a good cause. We are raising money for our Easter charity right now. It's the pinned link on our page. We should have... Oh, I got it. Okay. So we have $55 in there right now. I got to move the $5 or $30 over. We have $55 raised so far. We need to raise $10,000. If you click on the link, though, the first thing on our page, Patrick, if you message me, I'll talk to you about that. I'm not talking about it on here. But if you click the link on the top of our page, it'll take you to our charity wall, which is through donorbox.org. And you can actually go down on the page. It'll say, I want to help with this fundraiser. You click that box, and you can actually set up your own account. You enter your name, your last name, and your email, and you set up your own account to raise money directly for our Easter. Our Easter deadline is actually April something. I don't have the exact date on my head right now, top of my head. But I will get you guys that. Yeah, I was talking about the protest and up there, but I did not cover it. The protest, of course, was happening because of ridiculous reasons. It's another woke mentality protest. Sorry, they're not my fun point, but I will be covering more protests because I know there's more coming. I like giving you guys the news and the facts about what actually happened rather than going and watching a protest for people yelling F this and F that. Yeah, you can email me or message Paige directly or message me directly. A lot of people aren't here already added me on Facebook directly. Pretty easy to find me. Should comment in the chat right now as myself, so if anybody else wants to add me, they can. Give me 1 second. But our goal is $10,000 so far for Easter, so we can help as many people as possible. And if you haven't followed us on Woke yet or subscribed, please go over to our Woke. It's Real News Live or Rumble. This woke thing has got me going crazy. Oh. But I will talk to you guys tomorrow night. I'm going to get off here for tonight. Thank you guys for joining us. I will be live tomorrow night. I don't know what time. Probably around 10 o'clock, a little bit later than normal. As you know, no nurses on Sundays, so it's a long day for me. Got to get some rest and, of course, take care of Grandpa tomorrow, and that'll be fun. But God bless you all. Thank you guys for being here. You guys are amazing. Please check out the fundraiser link. I will put that in chat as well because I don't think you guys will go check it out if I don't put it in chat. A lot of people don't. We want true views. We want people that want to view us for a news media company, not as a protest following company. Where did the chat go? 1 second, because I'm going to put this up in chat so you guys can click on it and actually go there, even if you can't afford to donate. Go there, register, sign up, and start raising money for the Easter baskets yourselves under your own name so you can raise money for a cause. Definitely helps us greatly. You click on the donor box, it's Easter Basket Project right there. Nana's doing better. She's just not on tonight. She's just sleeping, I guess. But she is doing better. She's on antibiotics and feeling much better, so I definitely appreciate you asking, Lynn. We were worried about her there for a couple days, but definitely click on that link for the Easter Basket Project. Sign up. If you don't want to donate, go down to the I want to fundraise for this and click that blue box, and you could become a fundraiser for the campaign. We definitely need as many people as possible to become fundraisers, and we need to raise as much money as possible for it. So good night. God bless. Stay strong and stand tall. God bless America.